Champions, champions, Juventus are champions of Italy. But who's going to join them in the Champions League? Will it be Atalanta? That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to match day number 35 in your 2018-2019 Serie A season, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button. I'll give you a bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football go here under one roof. Now, before we take a look at match day number 35, we're going to go all the way back, look at match day number 34, and my honking, stonking, terrible predictions that were last week.
Results in Serie A. Bologna took on Empoli, and that ended up as a 3-1 win for Bologna. As for me, I got that one absolutely, well, not absolutely right, but got it right. 2-0 winners for Bologna in the end. AS Roma took on Cagliari, and the nicest man in football got another win under his belt. Claudio Ranieri's Roma boys, 3-0 winners over Cagliari. I actually saw it was a 2-1 win for Roma, so a big win for them as they continue their push for Champions League football next season. Inter Milan took on Juventus, ended up all square 1-1, but it was just enough for Juventus to become champions of Italy once again. Was it 8-9 seasons in a row, something like that? I actually saw it going in favour of Inter Milan 2-1, so I got that one wrong, folks. Frosinone took on Napoli this weekend, and Napoli back to winning ways, 2-0 in the end. Their first win, well, it's not the first win. Second win in 3 games for Napoli, but it's just not good enough. They're going to have to consider themselves the next best team in Italy behind Juventus. As for me, I actually saw it as a 3-1 win for Napoli. So far, not too shabby, 3 out of 4. Okay, it does get a little bit ropey now. Chievo took on Parma this weekend, and that ended up 1-1. Bottom club Chievo, already doomed by a long shot, but trying to go down with a bit of grace. And beaten in 2 games now. I actually saw it as a 2-1 win for Parma in the end. SPAL took on Genoa, and SPAL obviously in the mid-table, nothing really to get excited about. They should be safe, and they shouldn't be going anywhere near the European spots on this rate. But a 1-1 draw for them over Genoa, who do need to get their act together because they could still get sucked into the mire with, 4 games remaining. I actually saw it as a 3-0 win in favour of SPAL, so got that one wrong as well. Sampdoria took on Lazio, a bit of a crunch clash this one, and Lazio coming out top with a 2-1 win over Sampdoria. For me, I could not separate the two sides. I thought it would be a 1-1 draw, so I got that one wrong, folks. Lazio now giving themselves a good old chance for European football next season. Torino took on AC Milan, and AC Milan lost. Oh my goodness, Torino up to 6th spot now and beaten in at least 6 games. I saw it as a 2-0 win as well, so I got that one bang on the nose, boys and girls. Atalanta took on Udinese, and Atalanta picked up another 2-0 win. They are a hodgepodge team, but up to 4th now in the Champions League spots. I thought it was a 3-1 win in favour of Atalanta, so I got that one wrong. Well, I got that one pretty close to the money as well. And wrapping up the last weekend's matches, Fiorentina took on Sassuolo, and that ended as a 1-0 win for Sassuolo, who are up to 10th now, unbeaten in at least 5 games. I saw it as going in favour of Fiorentina. So, yeah, got that one wrong, folks. But how will I do this weekend in match day number 35? Juventus will take on Torino, obviously already champions. Will they be a weakened side? What's going on? I expect Juventus to be professional, about 2-1 winners. Maybe Ronaldo wants to get a few more goals on his belt. So 2-1 win for the home side, the champions elect. This weekend. Chievo will take on SPAL. Now, Chievo come into this in 20th spot. Like I said, 2 games, nice unbeaten run. However, on the flip side, SPAL come into this with 1 loss in 6 in 13th spot. Too close to call for me. I expect a 0-0 draw, but it's not good enough. Chievo are down. SPAL are safe. Moving on to Udinese up against Inter Milan. Now, Udinese coming to this in 17th spot without a win in 4 games up against the Inter Milan side, who are in 3rd spot with only 1 win out of 4. So it's not too great form for either side here. But Inter Milan should be professional enough and better enough and more equipped enough to beat Udinese away from home. So 3-1 win for me, Inter Milan. Empoli will take on Fiorentina this weekend. Empoli into 18th spot in the drop zone as it stands without a win in 4 games up against the Fiorentina side, who are, where are they? They're in 12th. They've fallen off the spectrum a little bit. 40 points on the board without a win in 6. A difficult one to call, so I'm going to go with the 2-2 draw in this one. That point will not be good enough to get Empoli out of the drop zone. No matter what else goes on elsewhere, they could actually get further in the poop, depending on what goes on with Udinese. Lazio will take on Atalanta this weekend. Lazio come into this in 8th. Atalanta are in 4th as it stands in Champions League spots. Atalanta are 4 wins out of 6. In fact, unbeaten in 6 as well. Lazio come into this with 2 wins out of the past 3. So difficult one as well to call, but I'm going to go with home form on this one. Lazio will upset the apple cart a little bit and maybe get their Champions League ambitions back on track. Parma will take on Sampdoria this weekend. Parma coming to this in 15th spot. 4 draws on the spin up against a Sampdoria side who have only won 1 in 5. Difficult one to call, but I'm going to go with Parma on this one to continue their unbeaten run. I'll make it 5 unbeaten with a big fat win, and that should get them over the 40-point mark. And that should be safe. Sassuolo will take on Frosinone this weekend. Frosinone look to be doomed, I am afraid. 23 points on the board. They still have a possibility of 12 points left, so 35 is the cutoff. But I get up against Sassuolo, I don't think they're going to do it. 10th place Sassuolo, unbeaten 5 games. They'll get another one here, 2-1 winners over Frosinone. Now Genoa up against Roma. Now Genoa come into this in 16th spot, just 6 points out of drop zone. A win for them would secure them, I think, probably much safety. As for Rome on the flip side, they are battling for Champions League football now. Rumour has it the nicest man in football is only there on a caretaker basis, but if he's going to get it on a permanent deal, he'll need to win this one, and he will. 2-1 winners over Genoa, and that will give him a big old chance to secure Champions League football and maybe a permanent job next season. Napoli will take on Cagliari this weekend. Napoli are in 2nd spot, 3 wins at the past 6 games up against a Cagliari side who are in 11th spot with 3 wins at 6 games as well, so a difficult one call this one. Cagliari, a win with them could get them up to 10th spot, but I think Napoli will pick up the big W and another 3 points on the board. They're pretty much secure, I think. I guess Inter Milan could mathematically catch them, but to be honest with you, I don't see it happening. And wrapping up the weekend, it'll be AC Milan, who are in, where are they, 7th spot these days, falling out the European spots, up against Bologna, who are into 14th spot at the moment. 4 wins at the past 6 games for Bologna. AC Milan on the flip side, not looking good, 1 win at the past 6, but I think they'll get a big fat W here. Gennaro Gattuso's job is on the line at the moment. He could be out on his ear if things don't pick up.
That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a good old thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa! Football, we get all here under one roof. And before I let you get out of here, make sure you hit the old, or check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Facebook, Twitter, they're all in there. And of course, the hotly released Patreon page, boys and girls. If you are interested in helping the channel out in another avenue, make sure you check that sucker out. There are 3 tiers of support that might be of interest to you. Each offers its own perks and privileges, so make sure you check that bad boy out. But once again, before you bounce out of here, because I need them, I need your predictions, boys and girls. What you think is going to happen, stick them in the old comment section down below, and we'll have a good old natter about it. At the season is about to draw to a close, but there's still lots to be decided, whether you are going down or whether you're going to the Champions League or Europa League. All that still to come as we wrap up another Serie A season. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.